Alright, this is mostly being done because, honestly, people do not understand the level of insanity that any of this is. What I am about to read is actual pages. Well, not pages, but a page of a book I am writing completely live. I'll stop to catch my breath and to make sure I'm getting it right, but all of this is going to be raw, just so you can understand exactly what this is. Alright, let's do this. Bob stood infrequently in front of the placement of where they were standing. "Wait, please not," started Bob, "but hear him out instead." Hercules holstered his kate forte karate chop for the moment, snarling at Bob, who had just breached everything that stood for the goodness with a single speak. "I will hear too." Hercules knew better than to trust Bon, the old maker of bonbons of old bonds now. However, it is Bob pleading towards him and Carl to listen for reasonability within such a suggestion. It is hard to deny such a liability the leeway, but with such a friend to the Muffin Brothers, it could be received. However, with only a series of caution offered by death presented with escalation of decrypted grim description. Dyslexia's getting me too. "It is as simple as B," started Bon, who used to be the maker of bonbons of old bonds. "For a while, a raw beefcake is needed to pass through the tracker monoglass at such times as now. The specifics are not accounted for until the passage has been made. As such, curry blueberry spinach pizza holds a perfect resemblance to raw beefcake, and its flavor may seem all though rancid and under the conditions of haste. For a while, the answer of practical had come to a conclusive understanding of why such horrific crime upon all life and the joy they so greatly were able to cherish within their distinct, albeit humane way radiated from the glory of all beauty would work upon to continue forth our hero's journey. All that remained unanswered was only that of the most vital question that exists, where exits that explain the transactions of that such understanding would be a scene of anything less than sins that would only curate the existence of all grand evil presented within a single contained Danish deep dish that was actually secretly Italian. It left our heroes confused about what jurisdictions, other than the myriad concepts of them moving forward, of what was found important within the moment of starting this adventure. But speak upon why such ourselves should not call upon you as a villain. Shakespeareanly confronted Hercules, pointing his grateful, gloomful, Gladius at Bon, the holder of bonbons. Carl eared with his ears in order to better clarify of such explanations that such are seen as an issue regarding the obvious morality that expresses of why such need to ear to hear. Bob remained seated in the side chair of hope towards the great man. As such, do not speak of things without justified moral enlightenment understanding. Bob himself understood his own ability to be educated on such matters may be impossible, as the classes start at 3rd noon on Tuesday's tie-dye. Crap, that says tie-dye. I wrote this with genuine sincerity, by the way. It might have had a little bit of pandering improvisation of where the story is going, but there is actual context behind this entire writing. This is real. This is a book I plan on publishing one day. This is page 13 of chapter 2. There is 12 more pages and a whole chapter, which is 5 pages, but still, a whole chapter of context of what any of that meant. I would like to also be dead honest with the fact that I have sinuses as I am reading all this. And second, what I gave you is probably, well, not the most, probably one of the tamer in terms of like this book making sense. This is the more normal part. So with everything considered, I ask upon you, dear listener, why?